What's up guys, it's DWrecked, and today we have 7 huge controller tips I wish I knew sooner. This 4th tip I only learned about last season. It's insane and you're gonna wall replace enemies twice as much with it. First up is how to edit reset faster on controller. You can make people look really stupid with this, get a lot of kills once you master it. PC players have this like instant reset thing with a scroll wheel, really tough to go up against, but I'm gonna give you the best way we can do it in controller. What you need to do is change your editing binds to have reset and confirm on your triggers. You need to put reset on R1 or right bumper if you're on Xbox, and you put confirm on L2. I have mine on L1, but in my updated settings video for Season 9, I'll tell you why you should not do that. Just trust me, put it on L2. What you do is once you wall replace someone, you start to edit a window right in front of your face. Before you confirm it though, you need to turn to look at where the rest of your wall is going to be, so as soon as you confirm your window edit, you can grab the wall and reset it. Couple things to remember here. Most importantly is if you just make the window edit and stay looking forward, well, there's a giant hole in your wall, which means you have nothing to grab and reset, and you'll be receiving a very nice gift of a 1 pump to the face, so don't do that. This is going to be a real bang bang play, so it's important you wait to confirm the window edit until you turn and look at the rest of the wall. That way, you can make that reset as soon as you finish the window edit. Otherwise, you'll make a window take longer to turn and reset, and it's another way of getting 1 pumped. The last thing you need is to have the window in front of your face to bait the shotgun shot. You just have to practice this enough and trust yourself here. The whole point is to give your enemy this fake sense of aggression, so they pull the trigger as soon as they see your window open up and they're like, hey man, I got this guy's head on a silver platter. But instead, if you put the window to the side of you, they're gonna be like, alright, sick dude, and they're just gonna wait for your next move. The whole point is to bait them to shoot your wall and break it as soon as you make the edit so that you can counter pump them. If you do decide to edit a window on the side, then you can create the window, grab and reset the wall, and then start moving in front of the window. Then right before you walk past it, confirm the reset, the other guy thinks he has an open shot, and you'll end up being able to 1 pump them fairly easily. Tip number 2 is going to help you build faster. If you have Builder Pro, build immediately on. Most of the time, players click on build for one thing, and then they click on the next one to build it. So if you want to take high ground with a cone plus floor double edit, you guys would build your floor, then you'd build a cone right after really quickly. This is usually fine, but you can do it a little quicker. The actual quickest way to do it is to build floor and cone together. Press both pieces at the same time and they'll instantly build. This can be done with any 2 build pieces and super useful for different situations. Let's say you have someone above your 1x1 trying to break in and you want to expand out. If you build your floor then your cone, there's a decent chance your aggressor can get his cone on top of your floor. But if you build both pieces together, you're just about guaranteed to have both builds be yours. You can also do this to quickly phase yourself up through a floor ramp like while you're doing your 90s. You can do it to get some quick cover with an immediate ramp wall, or to floor cone off other players as they go for high ground and expand their 1x1s. To clarify, this doesn't mean you can turbo build them together, but it still makes your building quicker. Tip number 3 is how to peek shot and crouch quicker on controller. I did a full video explaining this and some other strategies with it. If you want a more in-depth video, click the link above. But basically, you need to change your crouch button from crouch/repair to just crouch. Instead of having a delay between clicking your crouch button and actually crouching, you'll be able to crouch immediately when you quick. This makes peek shotting way easier since you can just double tap crouch and it'll be an instant movement, and it also helps you dodge shots way more easily. Alright, so tip 4, this is the big one. This is going to be the biggest, like, this is an insane tip, man. You guys need to practice this. You need this in your life. An added reason PC players have such a big advantage over us is they can immediately place any build they want. So if they have their mouse out and they're just holding down their fire button, then they tap their cone or wall piece, it will build immediately. I was thinking, well, that's stupid. Why can't controller players do that? Well, after trying some things out, I learned you kinda can. At least with your walls. So if you're fighting someone and you shoot them with your pump, most players will press R2 once for the pump shot, let go, click build mode, then press R2 again to build the wall, right? Same thing if you're trying to wall replace someone. You have your pickaxe out, you're holding it down, you break their wall with R2, the wall breaks, you let go of R2, you click build mode, then you press R2 again to put up your own wall. and most of the time it's not very successful. In these situations, less is going to be so much more. The way to do this quicker is super easy. Just hold down R2 the entire time and press build mode as soon as you want your wall. That's it. So if you want a pump shot and an immediate wall, don't let go of R2. Just hold R2, and as soon as your gun fires, tap your build mode and a wall will come out immediately. This works with pumps, SMGs, rifles, everything, man. If you're trying to wall replace someone, you just hold down R2 the whole time, and as soon as the wall breaks, click build mode to put up an instant wall. You can do this with your pickaxe, SMGs, heavy sniper, anything you use to wall replace someone. You can now build a wall as quickly as you can click build mode. I cannot tell you how big of an advantage this gives you over everyone who doesn't use it. You're gonna have a lot more health from blocking shots and wall replace players twice as much. Now, it'd be great if Epic could change this, because as of right now, it only works with your walls. So PC players can still insta-build any structure they want to. But if you're on controller and you try to pre-select your floors, cones, or ramps, nothing will happen when you pull out build mode. You can see I'm swapping weapons here with R1. I'm just holding it down after to try and place a floor instantly, but when I click build mode, nothing happens. This is why PC players in Arena can take over your floors a lot more easily than you can take over theirs. Still a massive way to improve your building, and wall replacing that's going to win you a lot more fights. Up next, we have 3 more tips, but if these have helped you out, you can subscribe for more tips and tricks and use code DWreckedYT in the shop to show some extra support. Next up is how to get through doors at full speed. If you've been around for a long time, you probably already know this, but you can cancel the door animation from slowing you down by swapping to another item or to build mode. If you run through a door normally, you stop sprinting, walk up, wipe the mud off your feet, then you go through the door. But when you're getting shot, you don't have time for that, so you can run up, swap from pickaxe to an item, or a weapon to another weapon, or into and out of build mode, and you can cruise right through. This is also a good reason to turn off auto open doors if you have that setting on. Tip 6 is how to edit ramps faster. There's a little shortcut for editing this faster than dragging ramps all the way across the middle, and it's a big reason you see streamers able to edit so quickly. Instead of going from one end to the other end, you start your ramp edit by grabbing the middle of one side and cutting across diagonally, which is half the distance. Your editing is going to be twice as quick. This makes it super easy to rotate your ramps underneath you, because you can just kind of spin in a circle and edit them very fluidly. Really useful when you're box fighting or trying to hit people off of high ground. Another key thing to mention with ramps and build battles is that you can see through them. Sure, a majority of you already know this and use it in minor situations, but if you actively try and use this every game in build fights, you'll have a much better time keeping track of your enemy and lining up headshots. Last up is personal preference, but turn off vibrations. I turn them off because they help me with my aim, and they also got a little distracting to me. It's a little more difficult to control weapons with recoil when your controller is buzzing, and in late game scenarios, it can feel like everything is happening at once. I feel like this game was a lot cleaner when I turned it off, but I get that a lot of players use it as feedback to what they're doing, like if they're gun shooting or whatever, so it's totally up to you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and the wall replace strat helped you out. If you want to watch me on stream playing some Fortnite or Overwatch, you can check me out at twitch.tv/DWreckedTV. Also, feel free to check out the description to watch my videos on the best ways to take high ground this season. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.